It's Mike. Just wanted to share some of my favorite weather sites that I use to make the call on whether I go fishing or not. I think we've all been caught out there in some pretty rough conditions that we say to ourselves, what the hell am I doing out here today in this slop? And it kind of makes for a bad day. So over the years, I've learned to study the weather and use some of the tools out there to make the call on whether I go fishing or not. So I just wanted to share a couple of them with you today. I have 6 primary sites that I use. Obviously, the first one is NOAA. You always got to look at NOAA. Even if they make bad calls, they still are more right than they're not. So I like the graphical display of the area in their grids. Chesapeake Bay and the 20-mile segments inshore, although I hate their offshore segments because they're so broad and cover too much ground. But their inshore segments are all pretty good laid out. Certainly click it, and you got to read the text and figure out what they're doing. So that's you go right to the NOAA site to get it. You can also get it from multiple other sources to get the NOAA marine forecasts. My next favorite one is fish weather. Lots of people use this. This one pulls up the Tidewater area. Lots of other areas you can pull up, but here's our area, Tidewater. Shows a nice graphical portrayal of what the winds are doing right now. Right now it's 13 at the first island, 15 at Poquoson, 20 at the CLT. It's probably starting to get a little bumpy out there right now. So it's a good check at 3 or 4 in the morning. If I look at this and I see northeast winds 20 knots at 4 o'clock in the morning, I immediately call my crew up and say, forget about it, we're not going. Because you can kind of just look at this and tell what things are going to be like. But you can also click some of the computer model forecasts. Here's the first island. You can click today or Tuesday or more days, and you're going to get the computer model forecasts shown graphically on here. Here's showing what's left of Monday. Probably not too bad out there. Tuesday's no good. 20 knot south winds. Wednesday's probably no good. Northwest winds up to 17 knots. Nice little weather window on Thursday as it goes from north to south. Friday morning is some wind, then it lays out in the afternoon. Saturday looking pretty good. Sunday looking perfect. Monday is looking good. So some fishable days in here for the next 7 days. You can also click some of the other models that are on here. There's NAM, gives you about 4 days worth of view. GFS gives you the 7 days worth of view. And some different ones I don't know much about. They're short range stuff, but they're good to click just to see what the models are. I like it when all these different models agree with each other. I get a little concerned when they all kind of disagree with each other. The other thing you can do that I like is click this little, here's the first island, click this graph view. And it'll show you what the winds did throughout the day. So if you fished on Monday, you'll see at 7 a.m., they were 5 knots, maybe gust to 7 or 8. And so it was probably flat calm out there this morning. Then it started to kick up a little bit to 8 knots, maybe about 10 knots as the day went on. What it allows you to do is you can go back and look. If you fished Monday, you can go back and look, and you can see what the winds did in a given area. And if you were there in that area, you know what the wave heights was and what the sea conditions were. So you can kind of over time learn what winds do for certain areas and learn over time that, okay, I know I don't want to be out here for when they get to be 13 to 15 knots, for example, because the sea state got to be 3 feet and I wasn't very comfortable. So you can use it as a learning tool to see what the winds were doing. This top arrow is showing the wind direction. So it's lots of good useful information. This little bar here is showing what the computer model forecast was forecasted to do. And you can see on Tuesday it's going up and up and up, and that's not good. It doesn't start to come down till later. And it's also showing you the marine forecast, what it's forecast to do in this little gray bar here. So fish weather, pretty good program. If you subscribe to it, which I don't, all of these arrows that have the blank wind speed in them will get filled in for you. So you get more information if you subscribe. Another site I like is WindGuru. I subscribe to WindGuru Pro for about $28 for the year. You get to pick your own spots on where you want the forecast from. WindGuru was set up some boys in Czech Republic who like to windsurf, so they like waves and they like high winds. So they have stars assigned to the days where there's big wind and big waves. I look for the areas with no stars, and so here's that weather window on Thursday with no stars. Got a little bit of a lay down. And then here's that wind Friday, Saturday morning, and there's some rain coming. This also shows the cloud cover and the rain. So there's like 10 inches of rain going to happen. Well, not inches, millimeters. It's going to happen Saturday morning sometime, according to this forecast. What WindGuru allows you to do is pick spots on the map and assign waypoints and favorites. I've got a bunch picked out: the Third Island, the Cigar, CLT, my home, Norfolk Canyon, Oregon Inlet, Triangles, Washington Canyon, and so forth. You can assign as many as you like. The other thing you can do is you can click on this ClickMap forecast and click any spot on the planet that you intend to fish, and then just kind of zoom in and click it, and it'll give you a forecast customized for that spot that you pick. For example, here's the Norfolk Canyon. You click it, it'll show the forecast for the Norfolk Canyon, and now I'm going to get, here's the forecast for the Norfolk Canyon. Oh, I don't want to be out there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, a little bit of a lay down, but not much, and it kicks up again Thursday afternoon. And here's the wind on Saturday. Sunday, even though it's a little bit of a lay down, it's north winds, probably pretty nasty, and then Monday might be doable. Then you got some other model forecasts in here, give you some different information to go by. But this is good because it allows you to click any spot you want to where you intend to fish, inshore or offshore, and you just click a spot and get the forecast for it. Pretty good, $28 a year, WindGuru Pro. I also like weather.com, believe it or not. You can pull up your area. Here's Hampton. Here's the hourly forecast. You click the hourly, and then you click details, and you get an hour by hour in this far right column of what weather.com is saying the winds are going to do. And you just keep clicking next, and you get about 2 days worth of forecast. Here's that wind on Tuesday, not looking good, 26 miles per hour. You keep clicking, you get about 2 days worth. A good thing to check as you get in a little bit closer. Weather.com is not too bad. Also use Buoy Weather for offshore. It's a pay site. Here's the Norfolk Canyon again, but it gives you a nice text of what's happening Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all the way a week out, and tells you, looking for the green arrows, the green flags here to look for fishable days. Don't see too many. Here's a little bit on Sunday that you might see, but it's still saying seas are 6 feet at 7 seconds. I don't want to be out there. And this gives a bar chart of the winds and then a bar chart of the waves. You only see out here a very short period of time when the waves are down, but then it starts to build again. So this is why people don't offshore fish too much in the wintertime, not too many weather windows. The last one I'll show you is IntelliCast. You pull up their windcast format, and this will show you graphically of our area all the way from Atlantic City to Cape Hatteras in our area of what the winds are doing graphically, using the bar chart across the top to see what the winds are doing. You're looking for the blues. Nice calm winds down here for right now at Cape Hatteras. But you got 16 different views going out about 2 or 3 days, and you click the different ones and you can see how this front kind of pushes down into our area and gets nastier and nastier as we go. Definitely don't want to be out there. There'll be some nasty seas out there all the way inshore and offshore. So those are my 6 favorite sites. I just wanted to show them to you real quick, show you the sites I use. Study up on them, check them before you go, and hopefully you can get out there on some nice calm days and catch some fish. Until next time, This is Mike out.